What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full Pokemon Rusty team. This one is for Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Elder Cleric, this one is for you. So people, really quick, I just want to say thanks to all the people who have got their Salt mug, and thanks to all the people that bought their One Health and Salt t-shirts as well. If you haven't got one of these and you'd like to, that's in the description of the video too, and I do appreciate all the people who have got these, and be salty people. I can't wait to drink it on stream in front of you people. So we have a battle we got a couple of battles in this one. Actually, both of them are fairly long too, so get your popcorn and some drinks, and let's do this. Now, if you haven't seen out the Pokemon Rusty series, you definitely should check it out on YouTube. It's very, very funny. Right, so we got a Zapdos leading things off with the old Zubat. We're both pretty awesome Pokemon, but I feel I've got the advantage here. So go for the Super Fang, doing about half health to Zapdos. Since I was running Choice Scarf, I had with the advantage in speed as well. Now, Zapdos is going to be able to set up the Rain Dance. So I'm guessing, okay, well, they're going to use Thunder, and my Zapdos is going to go rip the next turn. But at least I can get two Super Fangs off, and yeah, that'll do pretty good. I was quite happy with that result. I also had U-Turn Poison Fang as well on there. Now, Zapdos is going to go for the Ancient Power on my Zubat. Zubat, I don't even know how it lived. I'm not sure. Thankfully, I don't get a scummy boost from Ancient Power, because that would have been really, really bad. I probably would have got swept. So going for another Super Fang since I'm locked into using that move. I also had Brave Bird as the other move too. I felt Super Fang would have worked the best there, and it's going to be able to take me out with the Thunder. I'm not sure. They could have gone for Ancient Power there for another boost. Anyway, old Zubat is down. And now I'm going to send in my Pikachu. I mean, my Beedrill. So on this set, we've got the Fell Stinger set with Endeavor, Focus Sash, Fell Stinger, and Swab. So triggered. And we've got Sword Dance and Poison Jab too. So the idea of this set is to finish the opponent off with Fell Stinger, which I probably wouldn't if it's just too bulky and not very effective, and then go for the Poison Jab and continue to go for the Fell Stinger, and hope you're in Swarm range to actually take it out. If you don't have any moves that are very, very powerful and you're on 1 health, then you can simply go for the Endeavor and do some nice damage too. Right, so Incineroar's going to go for the Acrobatics on Snorlax. Snorlax takes it like a boss. And now the Incineroar's going to go for the Crush Job. I was praying for no crits or even a miss. It does land, but Snorlax is able to live this one and go for the Earthquake. Now, this is a max health, max attack Snorlax with Choice Band. It hits fairly hard. And it was MVP in a lot of my battles. So we got on this one Earthquake, Zen Headbutt we got that for fighting types, Ice Punch, and Retaliate as well. So if a Pokemon goes down, say Bulbasaur, and you can finish it off with the Retaliate. And it's also got Immunity as the ability to do. That actually really kicked in a lot of times. A lot of people tried to poison my Snorlax, and I was able to get around that. So going for another Earthquake since I'm locked into it, and Aggron goes down to 1 shot on that one. That was perfect. So Snorlax buries 2 Pokemon, so a very, very good start to this battle. Now, we have the Greninja. I knew that obviously I wouldn't be able to outspeed Greninja, and Snorlax, there was no point swapping out because it's, low speed. So now the Greninja is going to go for the Torrent Hydro Pump. Damn, son. And that's going to take me out with that. So that's cool. Snorlax did an absolutely brilliant job. So I've got to take the Greninja out, so it's a problem Pokemon, and there is another problem Pokemon too. So swapping in my Sexy Fairy. Now, this set was pretty fun too. So we got I actually ran an Everlight set with 4 special attacking moves, right? So we got Moonlight. I got 1 healing move: Moonlight, Moonblast, Fire Blast, and Ice Beam with the Magic Guard as the ability and Everlight as the item. So the Decidueye is going to come into the Moonblast. Doesn't get a special attack drop. Now we're going to have the Decidueye go for its Z move. Now, as I said, I was running Everlight in this set, so it does have a reasonable amount of bulk, even though I was actually running max health and max special attack. It wasn't like a bulk down in special defense or defense, but max health made it fairly tanky with the Everlight. So we got the Decidueye going for its scummy Z move here, and I was hoping I could, just live this one and get the Fire Blast off to take it out. And with this one, the animation, the health goes down really slowly. So I was able to live this one on 18 health, getting the Fire Blast off. It connects as well, and that's going to take out the Decidueye. Woo! So that one is down. I was really happy about that, and I'm on a little bit of health now, but that's good. I was able to take out the Decidueye. Very, very good. So now we got the Lunala coming in. This was the problem Pokemon. I was like, I wonder how I'm going to get around this thing. They've only got 2 Pokemon left, so it's going to go for the Phantom Force. So I was like, okay. I thought, well, I can swap out my my Clefairy here, and then go into my Bidoof, and then see if I could get something going. So going into Perfect, and yes, I did manage to bring the Shining one as well to suit the actual series. So the Phantom Force isn't going to affect me because I'm a normal type. Now Nebby is going to swap out. I like their nickname there, and we've got the Greninja coming in. So the only move I've really got on this set is Aqua Tail as like an offensive move. And man, if they did have a Focus Sash, it's now gone. So the Beetle does this amazing damage to Greninja. I can't believe how good that damage was. So swapping it out, I'm a little bit scared of that. I got to save the best to last, right? So swapping Clefairy, there's not really much I could swap into, so I just let the Clefairy go down because it's on low health and it pretty much did its job there. And we all know that crit mattered. So I've still got 3 Pokemon left. I've got the Beedrill, I've got the Beedorf, the big bad Beedorf, and I've also got one other Pokemon too. So now I'm bringing in my Pikachu. This is going to be a substituting Greninja. So throwing that substitute up, I just went for Fell Stinger because it's super effective, and I want to see if I can get like a +3 this time. And if the Hydro Pump lands on me, I might get put into Swarm range, and I might actually get a Fell Stinger kill. So I know that Greninja is going to be able to do lots of damage to me. It's a mixed attacker. It's got acrobatics and it's actually got Hydro Pump too. So taking me all the way down to 1 health. I've got the Focus Sash there. Swarm is now going to be kicked in. So going for the big bad Fell Stinger, and that's going to be enough to take the Greninja out in 1 shot. So that's going to give me, upon taking the opponent out with a Fell Stinger, you actually get +3 in attack. So it really boosts the attack drastically there. So you really don't, it's like you only need 2 of them, you got +6. So the last Pokemon is Nebby. I've got to take Nebby out. I wish I could have gone for the Endeavor there, but I can't. So I'm going to go for the Fell Stinger, breaking its ability anyway. That looks so cool when I hit it with the Fell Stinger, and now it's going to finish me off with the Night Days. So I really don't have a lot of Pokemon to actually take out Lunala. I was thinking, what am I going to do here? I've got Bulbasaur still, which isn't too bad. This is a special attacking set, but we all know Bulbasaur goes down every single time. So we've got, on this set, we've got Sunny Day to boost its speed. I've got max special attack and max speed. I've got Sleep Powder, Solar Beam, and Growth, Ability Chlorophyll. So I set the sun up, double my speed right, and then I just go to work on spamming Solar Beams and Sleep Powders and losing my bulb. So anyway, I'm going for the Sunny Day. I get critted there. It didn't really matter because I got a Focus Sash. This team kind of was disrupted by Stealth Rocks and things like that too. So I generally tried. This is probably one of the odd times that I didn't lead with one of these Pokemon. Right, so anyway, the Lunala has been put to sleep, which is good. Now I can freely go for a Growth and take this thing out with a Solar Beam. It's nicely too, because when you have the sun up, you can go for the Growth. Instead of getting like a +1 in special attack, you get a +2 in special attack, as well as attack, of course, but this is a special set. Okay, so I got my boost. Unfortunately, Nebby wakes up and goes for the Phantom Force. So my Bulbasaur, it can't do anything anymore. It's going to go down. So my only option here is to go for the perfect beat off. I've got to take the Luna out with the beat off. I've got to do it. It's my only option to win this battle. Look at that. Look at that tail. Anyway, so it's not going to affect me. It's a ghost type move. Now, since it's got all special type moves, I thought to go for the Amnesia. So the simple ability that Beedorf has allows its boost to be doubled, right? So going for the Amnesia. Usually Amnesia boosts its special defense by 2 stages. With the simple ability, it's going to boost it by 4 stages, so it's so bulky now. I've also got Curse on the set. Rest and Aqua Tail. Amazing set. I've got max health as well and split defenses. And I've got the Evlight as the item too, so it's very bulky. So I've got +6 into special defense now. And I don't really want to go to sleep because I don't have any way of waking myself up and I could get critical hit too. So I've got to take this Luna out before it takes me out. So it's doing no damage to me. Now I've got to get some curses up to make my Aqua Tail actually hit harder than doing 1 health. Its ability has actually been broken too, if you remember earlier on from the Beedrill doing that Fell Stinger damage too. So this set, I'm going to give you the exact Eevees that I ran too. So on this one, I was like, actually, no, sorry, I ran max health and max defense. Had Amnesia to give me a more of a quicker special defense boost, so that's why I opted for that option too. So boosting my Curse and my defense there, so that's going to give me, so every time I use Curse now, it's going to give me +2 in defense and +2 in attack. So I only need 3 of them to actually max myself out. So Moonblast is hitting for no damage. As I said, the only thing I'm worried about now is a critical hit because Bulbasaur will not be able to outspeed now that the sun has gone. So it's all down to Beedorf to actually win this battle. Okay, people, going for the Aqua Tail, and it does some pretty good damage. Look at it attack, and it's about a 3-hit KO to take it out. Now Nebby's going to go for yet another Moonblast against me. Obviously, that's the best attack it can throw. I mean, probably one of the only ones too. It's going to drop my special attack harshly. Also, if you do get drops, it actually does it harshly too. So going for another Aqua Tail, just missing the kill on the Lunala. This is the final turn, people. I've got to land this Aqua Tail or it is ball game. And I actually lived the Moonblast on 9 health. The Big Perfect is able to take out Lunala with the Aqua Tail, and that is game, set, match. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Let's get on to the second one. That Beedorf was amazing. Clutch at the end there. Okay. This is a battle on my chat. This one was against Skylar. So I'm leading off This time with a different lead. Like I said, those Focus Sash leads were pretty good. And I actually swapped up. I actually was swapping between Choice Band and Focus Sash on my Zubat. Whatever one kind of works. So we have a Furret lead here. I'm going to go for Brave Bird because I want to do some nice damage to it. And Furret's always an annoying Pokemon to first. So I do some big damage over half health there. I do take a lot of recoil though. However, the Furret's going to go for the U-turn. So I'm actually going to be able to live this attack, which is nice because I'm going to resist that, I guess. So I thought they'd probably think that they'd probably outspeed the Zubat and it might have a Focus Sash, so the U-turn would be a nice option there. So now we got the Sandile coming in. It's going to be Choice Scarfed, and it's going to be able to take me out with a Rock Size. I was like, oh, damn, this is bad, because it's probably going to have the Moxie ability, which is bad, because then it can sustain and spam Rock Slide, right? And also there's a chance of flinching if I do manage to actually live the attack too. Okay, so I thought, what an opportune time to send in Bulbasaur, because it always faints, and I just want to give the opponent another Moxie, right? However, the Sandile swaps out, and we're going to have the Growlithe coming in this time. It's going to be the Intimidate set, and I'm running a special set, so I'm not too worried about that. So I thought, I did set up the Sunny Day on the swap, right? That's going to actually power up the Growlithe. However, I might be able to put it to sleep and use Growth a couple of times and see if I can take out the Growlithe for the Solar Beam. That'd be pretty funny. Anyway, so using this Sleep Powder on the Growlithe, so I'm putting that to sleep, which is nice. That's good. I was actually a little bit worried that I missed that, and then the Growlithe would hit me with like a fire type attack, and that would like absolutely destroy me. So the Growlithe is asleep. Now they can either opt to swap out and give me a free turn, or stay in and risk waking up or not waking up. So go for the Growth, boosting my special attack 2 stages. Okay, so the Growlithe is asleep, that's good. Now, I was thinking I could go for a Solar Beam here, or I could go for a really risky play and go for another Growth. I was like, bugger it, let's go for another Growth. So going for the Growth here, boosting my special attack and attacking once again. The Growlithe stays asleep still, so I got +4 in special attack. I'm like, damn, let's fire off this Solar Beam now, boys. I want to see how much damage this does resisted. So I go for the Solar Beam, and it's to be noted as well, I'm running Modest Nature on this set, so some extra damage output. And it takes the Growlithe out in one shot. To disrespect Solar Beam, people, Growlithe goes down. I'm very happy about that. Unfortunately, the sunlight now has faded. So we got the Furret coming in. Now I can go for the Sunny Day again to boost my speed. However, we got the Furret going for a tricky. I was like, oh no. Since I went for the Sunny Day, right, it's going to trick me an item. And the item is going to be Choice Band. So I've actually locked myself into Choice Band Sunny Day. The greatest set in the world. You guys, you've got to use that. Choice Band Sunny Day. Sorry, Choice Band Sunny Day. Eevee's 20 in health, 50 in defense, about 2 in special defense, and about 1.7 in speed. Anyway, so I've got to swap that out. There's nothing I can do about that. And I'm going to swap in my Clefairy. So this is my bulky Clefairy. Now, since the Furret's got the Focus Sash, which is going to help it too much. However, it's freed up of using any of its move now, so it's not locked into any move with Choice Band. Right, so we got the Furret going out, and we got the Sandile coming in. So I'm going to go for the Moonblast here. I know that it's going to be able to obviously outspeed me. Since I had the Everlight actually attached to it, it takes that Earthquake really well. The Sandile hits really, really hard considering. And I'm going to go for Moonblast, and I know that's going to be enough to take it out because I've got max special attack, and obviously it doesn't have Focus Sash or anything. I already know that it's Scarfed, and that is down, so that's good. I didn't particularly want to get swept by a Sandile, well, at least today, right? So now we got the Furret coming in. I just went for Moonblast again, because I went for the Fire Punch because the sun was up on the field. The Fire Punch actually lands against me, and I actually lived that one amazingly, and I'm able to get my own Fire Blast off, taking out the Furret, which is quite funny. We both used non-stab moves from a boost from the sun to actually try and take each other out. So now, people, we got the Darkrai. This is where the problems start to begin. So I was actually winning quite comfortably at the moment, and now Darkrai's going to go for the Charge Beam. That's going to be enough to take out my Clefairy in one shot too. Obviously, and it gets a special attack boost. So I was like, oh crap, this is going to be, I've got to take the Darkrai out. This is the big problem, right? So the sunlight is going to fade too, so my Bulbasaur is going to reset it up. I thought, well, I can't really do that because I'm Choice Band now. I must well see what moves this thing has, so I just went for Solar Beam. However, Darkrai is going to go for that 50% accuracy Dark Void, and of course, it's going to land against me, so my Bulbasaur is asleep now. Now, this one to see, so it's got Scummy Void, it's got Charge Beam. Now, it's got the, obviously, it's got the Bad Dreams ability too, so when you are asleep, it does extra damage to you. Now, it's going to have the Dream Eater as the other move, so obviously it's relying on putting the opponent to sleep. I've actually done a set like this myself. The other move was Nightmare, and that's what their exact set was, those 4 moves. So Bulbasaur goes down to half my team's down. I've got to get rid of this Darkrai. It's really, really annoying. So swapping in Snorlax, I need to go for the Retaliate here to actually take this thing out. Unfortunately, Darkrai lands another Dark Void against me, so the Retaliate is not going to work, and Darkrai is going to be able to live that one because I'm not going to be able to hit it. Okay, so Snorlax is asleep. Snorlax being asleep, man, that's such a rare thing, right? So Darkrai can freely go for a like a charge beam or a any kind of move or nightmare, anything like that. But I thought I've got to swap Snorlax out because Snorlax is one of the key players in my team. So now going into Pikachu, which is the big drill, Nightmare is going to come, but obviously I'm not asleep, so that is not going to come into effect. So the Darkrai obviously can't break the sleep clause, so it's got to swap out. And now we've got another Pokemon coming in, which is the Rowlet. Guys, watch this. So I went for the Fell Stinger, right? So this is going to do pretty good damage. It's a bulky Rowlet. Look how much that did. It did nothing. So I've got to swap out my Breedrill. There's nothing I can do. And I got to swap in the big boy here. The big boy does have Ice Punch, and I thought that'd be pretty handy. Unfortunately to me, the Rowlet is going to go for the Feathered Edge, dropping my attack by 2 stages. So that's really bad. I was thinking, how am I going to take this Rowlet? You got problems, right? If you're worrying about how you're going to take a Rowlet out over a Darkrai. Anyway, so the Snorlax is going to get its energy drained there. It's not really going to do too much to me, but it's just like a really bulky Everlight Rowlet set. So I was hoping I could wake up and freeze hacks this thing with Ice Punch. That'd be amazing. Rowlet goes yet for another Feathered Edge, dropping my attack. So I've got -4 in attack. Now, if Snorlax finally wakes up, I actually get the Ice Punch up here, and I do a little bit more damage than I thought I would, right? So thinking, well, let's swap out the, I could swap out the Snorlax, or I could keep it in and go for the Freeze Hacks. Immunity actually kicks in once again, man. Immunity helped me out so many times there. Alright, so Rowlet's going to go down to another Ice Punch after this. However, it's got a scummy roost, so it's going to be able to roost itself up a lot of itself. So there's no way I'm going to be able to get rid of the Roundlet, and I'm going to have to swap my Pokemon out, right? I've got to take this thing out. So I went for another Ice Punch, hoping for a Freeze Hacks, and that's not going to be doing anything. So, however, they're going to swap out the Rowlet, and now we got the Noodle coming in, which is the Pangoro. This is pretty funny. So we got the Mold Breaker set. I was worried about any kind of fighting type move. I swapped on that one too. I didn't. We did like a double swap, and now I'm going to go into my Beedrill. So I thought, well, I might be able to get a Sword Dance up against this thing, or I can just get some Poison Jab damage. Decided to go for a Poison Jab to get it like poison. Hacks maybe, but that wasn't the case. Pangoro is going to go for the Iron Head, almost taking me down to the Sash. I just went for Endeavor because there's no way I could do any more damage than that. Endeavor puts it in a low amount of health too. However, of course, it's got the Scummy Berry, and that's going to heal it up a little bit. So it's got the Citrus Berry, and it's going to have Iron Head again, so that's going to take me out, unfortunately. So down goes Pikachu. I've only got my Snorlax left and one other. So, oh man, this is not looking good. So I've got Snorlax. I'm going to go for the Retaliate here. I've got to take this out. I thought Retaliate would be a good move too. It hits like all of them. So now the Pangoro is going to go for the Substitute. I'm going to hit the Substitute really, really hard. Now, it has dropped its health too, which is good. So I know the next Retaliate is going to take it out, even though it doesn't have the boost from a Pokemon getting KO'd. It's still going to hit relatively hard because it's Stab, and I've got a Choice Band too. So now, we got the Pangoro going for the Iron Head against my Snorlax. Does a lot of damage, critical hits me, and it flinches me. So I'm like, oh, bugger. So now I've got to go for Retaliate again to take this thing out. The Pangoro is going to go yet for another Iron Head, and I get flinched again. Are you serious? Oh, man, there's nothing I could have done there. So now my Snorlax is going to go for the Iron Head. So the Iron Head's going to hit my Snorlax, and that's going to take my Snorlax out, unfortunately. So I've only got one more Pokemon left. I'm down to Beedorf again. I'm down to your god again, people. So I was wondering if it's actually in the range to take it out with the Aqua Tail, considering I had like no attack EVs or anything. We've got the, I've got to go for the Curse, right? If I don't actually go for one Curse, it's actually going to fail to take it out. So the Pangoro obviously is Choice somehow, and it's going to take, sorry, it's not Choice. It actually used Substitute and Iron Head. I'm not really sure why they didn't have a fighting type move. It must be some really scummy set. So we got the Pangoro doing no damage now with the Iron Head. I'm just going to go for the Aqua Tail and taking out the Pangoro there. Thank goodness it lands. I went for Aqua Tail because it was the best move that I could possibly run on it, right? I could have gone for a normal type move, but I decided not to. I decided not to like the Pokemon. Anyway, bad joke. So we got the Darkrai as the annoying Pokemon here. Dark Void misses, thank goodness. Now, I really actually need 2 to 3 curses up to actually do any damage to Darkrai at all. So I got 2 curses up, that's pretty good. I bolstered my attack and defense. I don't really want to go for Amnesia. I want to go for a more offensive style, right? So now, Beedorf's going to go for an Aqua Tail. I was hoping this would be a 2-hit KO or a 3-hit KO at very worst. It's a 3-hit KO. It just hits underneath. And now the Darkrai is going to go for the Dark Void. And the scummy thing hits this time. Bugger. And so now my Beedorf is going to go to sleep. It's got the, I know that it's got Nightmare, it's got Bad Dreams, it's got Dream Eater. So this is going to be really bad. I've actually got Rest myself. I thought, I could go for rest, right? I know this is really bad. I could go for rest, heal myself up, then wake up the next turn. That's probably going to be the only way I'm going to be able to actually get around this. So Darkrai now is going to go for Nightmare. Such a cool move. I love Nightmare, except when it's being used against me and I'm asleep. So Beat Off is going to being asleep this turn, and now the Bad Dreams is going to kick in as well as the Nightmare, and you know that's going to be way too much for my Beat Off to actually live. And that is game. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I've got a bonus battle at the end of this one, and I should have some sort of casual upload tomorrow, hopefully. All right, people. Also, if you haven't checked out those salt mugs, people, you know where to go. Lived on 1 health too. Anyway, people, peace out.